Hello everyone, this is Mrs. Tipti Kulkarni, lecturer, Department of Physics, KLS Kokte PU College, Belgavi. In continuation with my earlier video on thermodynamics, this is my third lecture from the same chapter. In the last video, we discussed what is heat engine and what is reversible process, irreversible process. So, heat engine is a device which converts heat energy into mechanical work. Okay, so in this video we are going to learn construction of Carnot's engine. So here are the parts: cylinder, source at a temperature T1 Kelvin. This is a sink at a temperature T2 in Kelvin, and this is the insulating stand. So these four parts are very important. Let us understand what are these parts in detail. Carnot's engine is an ideal heat engine. Okay, it consists of four parts. First one, cylinder. The cylinder is made up of perfectly non-conducting walls and perfectly conducting base. It is fitted with a non-conducting and frictionless piston. So this is the cylinder and this is a frictionless piston. Okay, next one, it consists of a perfect gas as a working substance. So whatever the gas we consider, that is in this cylinder. Second one, source. It is a hot body of infinite thermal capacity. It can supply any amount of heat at constant higher temperature T1K. The working substance draws heat from the source again and again, but its temperature remains constant. Okay, so working substance we can consider it in the source part. Next one, third one, sink. It is a cold body of infinite thermal capacity. It can absorb any amount of heat at constant lower temperature T2K. Whatever after the work done, whatever heat is rejected, that is collected in the sink part. Of course, the temperature is less than this source. Okay, and that temperature is denoted by T2 in Kelvin. The working substance rejects the heat to the source again and again, but its temperature remains constant. Okay, fourth one, insulating stand. So insulating stand, it may be a wooden stand or any plastic stand. It is a non-conducting stand used to place a cylinder on it. We use this insulating stand to place this cylinder on this stand. So these four parts are very important in the construction of Carnot's engine. Okay, so this is based on the heat engine. What is heat engine? It is a device which converts the heat energy into mechanical work. Already we discussed in the previous video. Next one, Carnot cycle. So what is the Carnot cycle and how many processes are involved in this? That we are going to learn. So this is a graph which shows the Carnot cycle. So here along x-axis volume is considered, along y-axis pressure is considered. Okay, so this is a graph. We can say here this curve, this is A, this is B, and this is a C, and this one is D. In this way also we can consider. Okay, instead of 1 2 3 4. So from A to B, this is a isothermal expansion. From A to B, this is isothermal expansion. From B to C, adiabatic expansion. From C to D, isothermal compression, and D to A, adiabatic compression. So these four processes are involved in this. Let us understand one by one. Stage 1, isothermal expansion, means this AB curve. Okay, in this stage what happens, that we are going to learn. Isothermal expansion. The cylinder is placed on the source maintained at a temperature T1. The gas is allowed to expand isothermally. During this expansion, the gas absorbs an amount of heat Q1 from the source at constant temperature T1 Kelvin. This isothermal change is represented by the curve AB. So, suppose if we keep the cylinder on the source, then it expands isothermally, okay, at a temperature of T1. So, whatever the result we observe, that is nothing but this AB curve, okay. This is due to isothermal expansion. Second stage, adiabatic expansion. The cylinder is placed on the insulating stand and the gas allowed to expand adiabatically till the temperature falls from T1 to T2. This adiabatic expansion is represented by the curve BC. So, second one, this BC curve. This is called adiabatic expansion. Cylinder is placed on the insulating stand. Okay, earlier it was on the source. If we replace from the source to the insulating stand, so it expands adiabatically till the temperature falls from T1 to T2. Next, third stage, isothermal compression. The cylinder is the next placed on the sink and the gas is compressed isothermally. During this process, a certain amount of heat Q2 is rejected into the sink. This isothermal compression is represented by the curve CD. So, in this graph, this CD is nothing but isothermal compression. So, after this adiabatic expansion, when the temperature is reduced or after the work done, okay, whatever the heat is rejected, that is collected in the sink, okay. The amount of heat is how much it is? It is Q2, which is rejected from the working substance, and it is collected in the sink, okay. So, this is isothermal compression and this curve is nothing but CD. Next one, fourth stage, adiabatic compression. Again the cylinder is placed on the non-conducting stand. Same procedure we have to follow. How we have done in the second stage, same we have to follow here. Again the cylinder is placed on the non-conducting stand. The gas is compressed adiabatically till it returns to its initial state. This adiabatic compression is represented by the curve dA. So, this dA is nothing but what? It is a adiabatic compression. So, this completes one cycle, okay. The curve ABCD represents a Carnot cycle. The area of the loop ABCDA gives the total work done per cycle. So, this is very important for the 5 marks, okay. Construction and Carnot cycle with the 4 processes, okay, which are involved in this. So, these 2 questions are very important for 5 marks. If you need further questions and answers from the 12th chapter, please go through this link given below. Thank you.